Hello, today I'm going to talk about how to figure out what kind of healing you should focus on. And this is really important for attracting exactly the right client to you. Stay tuned to hear more. I have interviewed hundreds of healers, and as a group, these loving, generous, and kind individuals want to improve the welfare of our planet, affecting millions, if not billions, of lives. Amongst the frustrations these amazing healers express during our conversations are the ability to attract stable income to sustain themselves, the loss of their life force energy when working with others, and even the lack of confidence or the fear of failing because of the responsibility of the well-being of others. I've had these very same frustrations myself during my 30-year healing history. When the calling to heal got so strong, I had to retire from my 40-year physics career. I needed to replace my six-figure salary fast. Standard sales and business techniques didn't always work for me as a highly sensitive introvert. Through trial and error and studying with many coaches, I developed a 4-step system that replaced my salary within 5 months. I've helped others develop their successful healing businesses, and I can help you too. I'm Dr. Anastasia Chopelas. Listen in to discover more. Thank you so much for coming back this time. This is Dr. Anastasia Chopelas, and today I'm going to talk about how to figure out how to narrow down the field or the offering that you're making to your potential client. And this doesn't just apply to healing, it applies to everything, but I'm going to talk about healing specifically. And this is one of those things that took a very long time for me to figure out. And the reason why it's difficult is that if you are like other healers I know, and many of those are healers that I've trained myself, is that this is not the only kind of healing they know how to do. Some of them know how to read Akashic records, some of them can do massage, some of them can do acupressure or acupuncture, some of them can do, foot reflexology, some of them are nutritionists and they have different specialties. So there's a lot of different things that you could focus on. And so I know that it really sounds counterintuitive to figure this out, that if you narrow down your focus, it means that more people will come to you. But if you think about whatever it is that you are going to be offering, there are literally millions of people looking for that solution that you have to offer, right? Someone is actually sitting in their bedroom praying every night that someone with your solution is going to make an offer that they understand, they can resonate with, and they will want to hire right away. Right? So there's lots and lots and lots of different kinds of specialties, right? So you could be someone that, and I'm talking about this, if you've watched some of my previous videos, I'm talking about this as if you are the person that you're looking for is who you were before you got better, right? And for me, it actually revolved around several things. And I don't really want to talk about me, but I just want to use it as an example, right? And I will give you some other examples from the people that have come to me and have transformed because of energy healing work, which is ideal, right? You want to help transform somebody from where they are now to where they want to go. And they need to hear a solution that in their mind clicks, oh, I know exactly what she or he is talking about, and I think I need that particular solution, right? So anyhow, so I've seen graduates in so many things specialize down and their business immediately blows up. So for example, one of my students and actually now colleagues, she could do anything. When I first met her, I heard that she healed a huge raging burn blister on her leg in a matter of an hour. It went from a big giant blister to normal skin, right? So she has a lot of really amazing talents. She is capable of so much. And when you meet her, she's like this really bubbly, fun, loving person. And when you meet her now, you would never know that she went through a really difficult time with relationships. And when I presented in my 2-year certification program, I presented 2 months were focused on relationships. The first one was on the normal everyday relationship angst that happens. In other words, you become completely entangled and entwined energetically with somebody like a partner. And when you decide that you need to separate, right, the all of the energetic cords don't always get cleanly separated. So that's the normal everyday kind of thing. But what if you suffered trauma under that individual? So I dug up a lot of my old trainings and brought together how to heal trauma out of the body. And trauma is, let's say you got beaten up, or you got raped, or you got abused, or you were hurt in some way. Like when you were younger, your parents used to take a wooden spoon to your rear end. That's what happened to us. That wooden spoon created a trauma because it's over the top kind of punishment, right? And so how do you release that trauma that's stored in the body in that place? And so when she saw all this and started applying it to her own life, then the things that she had suffered as a much younger woman and in her adult relationships, she was able to release and move forward. And so then her inspiration was, because it was such a huge transformation for her, she wanted to help other people with their relationships. And the end result is that she started attracting many more people than just the kinds of offerings that she had before, which was basically whatever it is that is bothering you, I can help you with. And that's too nebulous of an offer for people to be attracted to it. So she focuses on relationship healing, and I have several other of my graduates and also colleagues that focus on just relationship healing, and they do an amazing business, right? And yet you know that if you focus on relationship healing, that it's just scratching the surface. You know that everything else that you've trained for will also come into play. So what you're doing is you're offering something that they want, and then you're giving them what they need to actually transform past that point. In other words, they're able to go from where you were before to where you are now. And that process that they're focusing on, and I'll be talking about that in future videos, that process is the really important point, bridging the gap from point A to point B, right? So some of the other things that you could possibly focus on are pain relief. If you've been suffering a lot of pain, whether it's a migraine, whether it's a backache, whether it's something in your knees. A lot of people suffer from knee problems, right? And we know that those problems in your knees, there's like an emotional reason for it being there, there's a spiritual reason for being there, and there's even a mental reason for being there, and all those things need to be cleared out for the knees to finally get well fed, for you to be well centered, and for them, basically, I'm saying you, but I mean them, for them to be able to move forward. And some of the other very successful people in the healing world that are drawing basically hundreds of people to their group healings and their individual healings is whether it is some emotional issue, anxiety, sorrow, anger, depression, any one of those things, even suicidal thoughts, right? That would be a really great one to address. People that are experiencing suicidal thoughts, bringing them out of it. And other ones, wealth issues, money blocks, ancestral money issues, all of those, if you are adept at it, if you have prevailed over some of those issues yourself, you can figure out the process that you went through to get you from point A to point B, right? And then there are some people, this is not my thing, there are some people that focus on spiritual parasites. I know that I live in the Los Angeles area. I know that there are people in the Los Angeles area that will come and clear offices and hotels and other kinds of buildings of spiritual parasites to help their business run more smoothly. And they charge an enormous amount, $5,000 to $10,000 to clear out, an office. And the businesses pay for it willingly because it makes a big difference for them. And that, that's not my thing. I am more interested in the physical well-being of somebody because I had this problem. So my problem was, that I didn't feel good physically, and now I do. And how did I get from that point to that point, right? And other people will focus on fertility and having a good baby outcome. And then another one of mine and another one of very many people, and this is popular because there are so many commercials about it, and even you open a magazine and just say, have you lost your pep, no energy at the end of the day, get 5-hour energy to keep yourself going, those things. What if you could do that naturally, right? And it's not just what you eat and what you drink and your sleep. There are so many other factors that are involved in getting energy to come up, in other words, your personal vitality, right? So I hope that's given you some good ideas on what you could possibly focus on. But remember, looking in the mirror and figuring out who you were before and who you are now and how you bridge the gap from getting from point A to point B. Not the chronological process, because my chronological process has nothing to do with the process, and everyone else's chronological process has nothing to do with the steps you needed to actually take in the correct order to get there in the most efficient manner. Like, aren't there people that say, if I had known that before, it would have not have taken me so long to get to this point, right? So you want to help create a very efficient pathway because you've done all of the homework for your potential client. So I hope that makes sense. It sounds counterintuitive, like I said, but sticking to a specialty to draw in your ideal client will help you serve more clients and help you also help them, and will help you sustain your own business in the easiest way possible. Okay, that's all for today. I hope to see you next time. You have a great day. Thank you for spending your valuable time with me. If you found this message helpful, please subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up or a 5-star rating, and share it with your friends. To discover more about the 4-step system for attracting a generous income as a healer or an intuitive coach without burning out, sign up for my free training at www.highpaidhealers.com. I look forward to seeing you there and in the next video.